first act, of course. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm really a little terrified to see this next act. I'm not gonna lie, this scares the shit out of me. I've known Scott for at least 10 years, and he had mentioned the idea of this act probably about 8 years ago. So this is like 8 years in the making. This is an act of mind reading, of mentalism, involving real handguns and real bullets. So, someone could die tonight, in theory. And I hope it's not Scott, because I love him. But this act, I want to call Fox News. I'm like, no, we need to get them over here. They need to see this. Because it's a crazy, crazy stuff that he's about to perform. And I wish him the best. But be afraid. Be very afraid. Because this might be the most spectacular thing you guys ever see. And something that you will remember until the longest day you live. Mr. Scott Drevis.
Before I begin, I would just like to say that I have been a consultant for magicians all over the world, ranging from New York to Las Vegas all the way to San Diego, and even London all the way to Okinawa. And never have I seen more great performers than in the Detroit metro area. It's amazing. It's amazing how many phenomenal people come out of here. And it's also amazing how far these performers are willing to go. Sometimes it's a freak accident that you can't plan on the snowy roads in Wisconsin that could change your life forever. Sometimes it's dangling from a trapeze or spitting from a pole, or not only bearing your skin, but bearing your soul for the audience. We performers put a lot at risk for your entertainment. Sometimes even our lives. And it just made me wonder, how far am I willing to go? Well, tonight we're going to find out. During intermission, I talked to 2 people who agreed to help me. So if you'd like to come up on stage, please. And what is your name, ma'am? Sarah. Thank you very much. Would you stand right behind this table, please? I'm using Sarah for this. She knows how to get her right. Yeah, I needed someone who was sober and very good at following instructions. And both these girls fitted the bill, but one of them has a little trouble with left and right, and with my life being at stake, I needed to be absolutely sure. And this here is Keith. If you could stand right here for me, please. Now, the state of Michigan has hundreds of firearm laws, but really, Jeff Cooper made 4 rules that if you follow these rules, the world would be a whole lot safer. The first rule of handgun safety is always treat all firearms as if they are loaded. Right now, all 4 of these are unloaded, but you don't know that, and you don't know that. So treat them as if they are always loaded. Safety. The second rule is always keep your finger off the trigger and out of the trigger guard until you are committed to take your shot. As the mixer, you will always have your finger away from that trigger. As the shooter, keep it indexed until I give you the signal to press the trigger. The third rule is always be aware of the target and its backdrop. I will be standing over here. I will be the target.
No.
But even more importantly, when you go to take your shot, Keith, look beyond me and make sure no one has wandered back here. If you see anybody, safety on, gun down and low ready, and alert me so we can fix that problem and move on with it. The fourth rule of handgun safety, never, ever aim a firearm at anything or anybody you are not willing to destroy.
Yeah.
Keith, you have to be willing to destroy me. Are you ready to take that responsibility?
You've never made me back.
So I could use total strangers for this act. And what was your name again? Sarah is in fact a total stranger. During intermission, I chatted with her briefly over the process that we want to do, but she does not know the secret to this effect. She is not a paid assistant, she's not a stooge in any way. All she's doing is mixing these up. Outside of that, she's clueless. Keith and I go back a little ways. I needed somebody that I could trust to actually pull the trigger when the time came. Keith is also licensed by the state of Michigan as a firearms instructor, so if you want to get a concealed weapons permit, this is the guy to talk to.
Metro Detroit CCW class that time. Thank you. He's got 15 minutes.
Yes, and but since I know Keith, I don't want him to know which gun is loaded. So his back is going to be turned for most of this act. He's going to be as clueless about this as I am. This is the first time I have ever performed this live on stage. You are witnessing the world premiere. This could go spectacularly amazing or spectacularly disastrous. So Keith is a firearms expert. These are not squirt guns. These are not dart guns, correct?
Correct.
These are not even airsoft guns, right?
That is correct.
These are CZ-75 semi-automatic pistols, the most popular 9mm handgun for police and military in Europe. They have a real barrel, a real chamber. They can hold live ammunition. And if something goes tragically wrong with my handling tonight, I could get seriously injured or even killed. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. So at this time, I would like, she's going to mix them up, and then I'm going to call out a gun, and she's going to hold it out. At that time, I'm going to tell you to turn around.
Okay.
Take the gun, hold it at low range. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1. 3, gun comes up and it's at the back of my head. 2, safety's flipped off. And 1, trigger is pressed. If at any time I say, stop, no, wait, hold on, wave my hands frantically, safety on, gun down. All right, so you know your job. No deconker, just the safety of it. All right, so at this time, you can turn around, so the rest will be a mystery. So Sarah, I would like you to choose one of these magazines. Which one would you like to use? Okay, so hold on to this one for me. And now point to one of these guys. Hold the microphone for a second. Empty magazine in. Cop, safe. Empty magazine in. Cop, safe. Empty magazine in. Cop, safe. This is the gun you chose?
Yep.
This is the magazine you chose?
Yep.
Before we go further, you may want to get these. Okay.
What?
3 guns unloaded. This is the magazine you selected. I have a live round. Just go in the magazine. This is the magazine with the live round. Go in the gun you selected. Round is now chambered. This gun's hot. It is loaded. It is safe. Safety is on. It is ready to fire. You may place those in now. But Sarah, it is very important that you never forget which gun is the loaded gun. Because I'm going to have you mix these up for me. And you must not lose track of that, because my life is at risk. I'm going to say switch. When I do, you take the loaded gun and you switch it with one that's next to it. You can go here, or you can go here. When I call switch again, you can go either direction. If you're on the end and I say switch, there's only one direction you can go with one physically next to it. This is not Pac-Man. You can't go around the world and pop up on the other side. You understand the procedure? When we're done switching, I'm going to call out a gun. You're going to pick that up and hold it so Keith can take it and shoot. Understand? And just in case you forget left and right, I marked it on the table. And right. So I will assume my position with my back turned so I can't see anything here. You remember which one's loaded, Sarah? Yes. Take that gun and switch. Switch again, please. And switch again. I have no idea which direction she went either time, but I got a really strong feeling about the gun on the right. The gun on your far right, the one furthest away from me, the one closest to Keith. Will you hold that up, please? Keith, you may now turn around. Take the gun that is presented to you and hold it up ready. Sarah, you might want to take a step back. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. That gun is eliminated. Please set it aside on the floor.
Nice.
Assume your position again. Turn the back so you can't tell which gun's loaded and how the mixing goes. Sarah, you still remember which gun's loaded?
Yes.
We're going to do things a bit differently. The first time, I told you how many switches to make. This time, I want you to think of any number between 1 and 5. Don't tell me what it is, but you have a number in mind.
Yes.
Don't forget that number. I want you to take the loaded gun now and do individual switches that many times. Let me know when you're done, please.
Okay.
All right. You still remember which one's loaded? And you remember your magic number that you're thinking of? Do that many switches again, please. Let me know when you're done. What? Done? Okay. One more switch, please. Again, I'm feeling a very strong impression about the gun on the right. Would you please pick that one up? Keith, turn around and take that gun from Sarah. Are you ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Gun is eliminated. Safety on. Place it together. 2 guns left. No switches this time. For some reason, once again, I am drawn to the gun on the right. Pick that up, Sarah. Keith, turn around. Take the gun. 3. Wait a second. I just had this flash, this vision in my mind. Something is not right. Sarah, will you take the gun and place it in my hand? The one that Keith had. This is the gun that Keith was holding?
Yep.
There's still one gun left on the table? Yep. Hand that one to Keith, please. Are you ready, Keith?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. So I would like to thank all of the entertainers for donating your time and talent to come out tonight and support the Doppelganger Circus. We've got a lot of tech people, Nick in the back, Joe doing a great job on sound and lights. The Tangent Gallery gave us the lowest rental price possible for this place. We couldn't have done it without their support. We have Tanya from Lost Keys Design. She put our flyer together. Brilliant graphic work. If you need anything, you can help me out. We have one more act coming up, and after that is over, we'll be announcing our 50-50 raffle. So, if you're the winner of the 50-50 after it's announced, we got some packing up to do, but then come find me, we'll figure out how much money we owe you. And let's do it now? Alright, well, let me pack up my weapons and keep them safe, and turn over the mic to you.
This fucking guy. Oh my god, my heart was in my chest like the whole damn time. Okay, where else? We travel a lot, right? And there are venues that freak out about us doing a little fire eating after that Great White incident, which is tragic. It was. But my God, that man had loaded guns on stage. And where else other than Detroit can you get away with that shit? Right? We almost saw someone get shot on stage. Where the fuck else do you see this? And I've been excited about seeing that act for 8 years, man. Like, he told me about it when he first had the brainchild. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, that sounds awesome, man. How the hell are you gonna pull that off? But he's Scott Dregis, and he's a genius, so he can figure that shit out.